Hi guys, my name is Juliano and welcome to my YouTube channel. With the release of the new Mulan movie, I decided to rank all the Disney live action remakes so far. If you look at the tier list, we see the different categories: excellent, great, good, okay, regular, mediocre, boring, bad, and awful. There's also a non-viewed option and I will be using that one time, I guess. By the way, if I talk a bit funny, it's because I recently got my wisdom teeth removed. It still feels a bit weird when I talk too much, so you won't see me as expressive as normally. That's the reason why I didn't shave, because normally I want to look crisp for y'all, so you can enjoy this face. But this part is still a bit sensitive, so I didn't want to put pressure on it with the shaving thingy. I swear I look like a beast. And on that note, Beauty and the Beast. Clever transition, right? I actually really like that one. I'm gonna put it in a good tier. A lot of people actually dislike the Beauty and the Beast remake. I enjoyed it. I think some scenes really captured the magic of the original. It had some original songs and it had some scenes that were a bit different. I really liked the performances. Emma Watson singing. Okay, we'll let that slide. Certain scenes, like the Be Our Guest scene, they couldn't recreate the magic in that sense. Because let's face it, some things with animation are impossible to transition into live action. Next up we have 101 Dalmatians, and I watched that movie such a long time ago. I enjoyed it at the time, but I can't really remember it. It's not that memorable. Glenn Close as Cruella was perfect casting. But you know, it was a fun kids movie. Like, now you look at it and you're like, it's missing something, you know? Next up we have Alice in Wonderland, and some of y'all are going to be mad at me because I love that movie. I thought it was great. Like, not gonna lie, the first Alice in Wonderland remake was such a great twist on the original. They made it a bit darker but still really colorful, and I love Tim Burton's style in that way. I don't know why this movie gets so much hate, because literally people hate it. If I'm being honest, in some ways I do think it's better than the original. I never really cared for the original Alice in Wonderland, but this one is so action-packed and they turned this beautiful fairy tale like place into a dark, nightmarish kind of setting. I liked it, I really did. The Jungle Book. Now see, okay, and no one can fight me on this, like literally no one can. Top tier, by far the best live action Disney remake ever. You can't fight me on that, that's just a fact. The visuals are stunning, the voice work is top notch. I really love the voice work, especially Scarlett Johansson as Scar. Scarjo's voice, man, she did some things to me. This is the only Disney live action remake where I'm like, yeah, the same level as the original. Because Alice in Wonderland, I said it was better than the original, but I didn't like the original in the first place, so it wasn't that hard to be better than that. But The Jungle Book was one of my favorite Disney movies as a child, so that they are the same level says a lot. Next up is Cinderella. This remake, it's okay. I definitely liked it better on second viewing. I'm just so tired of the same old Cinderella story being repeated all over again. Like, come on, we've seen 1,000 Cinderella remakes, and this remake didn't necessarily do anything new with the source material. But for me, it's the only Cinderella remake that really grasped the magic that the original had. The visuals were beautiful and like the entire movie was kind of in a dream state. Although, like I said, it's nothing really special story-wise. Dumbo. Okay, this one is going to mediocre. When I first watched Dumbo, I rated it a 6.5 out of 10. But after rewatching it and really thinking about it, they sucked all the heart out of it, and yeah, it just left me blank. Like, they do have certain parts in the movie where they criticize the way circuses treat their animals, so in that way it gave a bit of clever commentary. The CGI wasn't bad. The CGI on Dumbo, I actually really liked that, but yeah, that's the only thing I can think of right now that really was a plus point about the movie. 102 Dalmatians. The only thing I can remember about this movie is that there was a parrot in it and that there was something about Cruella turning into a pie. I I heavily enjoyed the Cruella turning into a cake scene because that scene like made my childhood. I rewatched that scene over and over and over again. I used to find it the funniest thing. That scene only made it better than Dumbo. So that's why I put it there. Aladdin, again, some of you might hate me after this, but it was a good movie. Better than Beauty and the Beast in my opinion. I like the songs, I love the visuals, you know, the CGI on the genie wasn't all that. But Will Smith really made his own version of the genie and I love that. He didn't try to imitate Robin Williams. And I really loved Will Smith's version of the genie. I liked Princess Jasmine a lot. Naomi Scott did a great job. Mina Masood, although his vocals aren't there, I do like him as Aladdin. In my opinion, Jafar is the weak link of this movie. Sorry, Marwan Kanzari. Also, the third act, you know, he was supposed to turn into a snake. And I really looked forward to that part, but they kind of copped out on that because he turned his parrot into a bigger parrot.
Something about this doesn't sit right in my spirit.
Overall, guys, it was a lot better than people expected when they saw the first trailer. Then we have the first Jungle Book from the 90s, I think, and that's the one I didn't see. Quite frankly, didn't even know it existed. Alice Through the Looking Glass, awful. Horrible, awful, we will not discuss it because it was so bad. And not only that, it was just forgettable. Like, I walked out of the movie, saw how bad it is, was disgusted because I loved the first one so much, and then my mind kind of forgot about it, so that says enough. Maleficent though, this is another one I like and other people hate. I don't know whether to put it in the okay or the good tier. No, it is not the same level as Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. I'm gonna put it in front. Within the okay tier. Just like with Alice in Wonderland, I like the dark tones they gave the movie. Like, this was a really different version from the original Sleeping Beauty. I loved Angelina's portrayal of Maleficent. She was perfect casting. The only thing I didn't like is that they stripped her title away. Like, she is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Evilware. I really wanted to see her dark side, you know, and she didn't turn into a dragon once, so that was kind of disappointing. Like I said, they stripped the evil away from Maleficent, so imagine my disgust when I figured that the sequel, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, didn't make her evil at all. In fact, I think it made her even more likable than in the first movie, so I must say regular. It has some funny moments and the visuals were stunning. They were way better than the original. But like story-wise, it was just like, what was the point of this remake? The Lion King. Okay.
I was rooting for you! We were all rooting for you! How dare you!
This one hurts my soul. Like, this one really hurts me. I'm gonna put it in okay because I can't bear to do it in regular. Sorry, I'm just that biased. Actually, I think it's the same level as Cinderella for me. The cast of this movie is so amazing. Like, when they announced the cast, I was so hyped. Like, I remember my first reaction. I was really looking forward to it. And I hope that they would give us some new material, maybe some scenes from the Broadway musical that weren't included in the movie, you know, to make it stand out. But no, they decided to make a blatant copy of the original. Like, I'm not even kidding. If you put both movies next to each other, it's literally the same movie. And this is my struggle, right? You know, this is why I put it next to Cinderella. Both are visually stunning. The Lion King is more visually impressive than Cinderella. The animals look so real and you don't understand how impressive that is. Like, that is some great technology. It's not like they used real animals and animated their faces only. No, they are totally animated. But that's the thing, if you make it so realistic, all of the emotion in their faces is just gone. The scene where Mufasa died, like the Mufasa, the iconic, wow, I actually laughed. I know, I'm heartless, but I laughed. It was the most funny thing. It felt so dry because you couldn't see emotion on their faces. You couldn't see the devastation in Simba's eyes. The voice acting was so emotional, just like in the movie, but the animation, it was a total mismatch.
Dad, you can't leave me alone. Dad.
You know, the voice, emotional, face, emotionless. But just imagine, okay, I had a sudden fantasy. Imagine the same cast doing a movie version of the Broadway version of The Lion King. So kind of like Hamilton. That would have been sick. You know, that would have been amazing. But this, no. Lady and the Tramp, I really like this movie, guys. Good or great, good or great? I'ma say good. Obviously, it's a way smaller scale story. It didn't have a high budget, but the story didn't require a high budget. It required emotion, and this movie gave me all the feels. It really recaptured the magic of the original. And in contrast to The Lion King, you saw emotions on their faces. At times it made it a bit silly, yeah, true, but it really worked. Before we go to Mulan, I would like to add another movie right here in the excellent category. Christopher Robin, the Winnie the Pooh remake. Guys, I am a mess. When I watched it in theaters for the first time, I cried 4 times, and I'm not that much of an emotional person, like only in Disney cartoons. Also movies that are based on true stories, like for example The Help really got me, Hidden Figures. Basically Black History movies always get me bawling. But overall, with movies I'm fine. I'm totally fine. This movie made me weep. A lot of you maybe not have the same attachment, but I loved Winnie the Pooh growing up. I loved it. I watched all the movies, watched the shows, had the merch, had the toys. This movie was so nostalgic for me, and it had the original voice of Winnie the Pooh. And like the transition from cartoon to live action really felt natural to me. It's an excellent movie with a lot of life lessons that really got me. So Christopher Robin did not make it on this tier list for whatever reason, but in my mind, it's at excellent. Last but not at least, almost at least, Mulan. Where does it go? I'ma put it right here. So there is a lot I didn't like about this movie. I knew that they were going to take out the music, so that didn't bother me. I was mentally prepared that Mushu wasn't going to be there, Li Shang not going to be there. Okay, you know what? They are going to be more true to the original folklore of Mulan. I was still hyped. I still wanted to give it a chance, but they didn't recapture any magic. The lead actress, I'm sorry, but yeah, that just didn't work out. A lot of moments she was just so stale. Like there wasn't any emotion in moments that should be really emotional, you know, when she leaves her family behind. She just stares at them like this, with one tear rolling down her face. Like, there wasn't really a funny character. Like, it's okay, take out Mushu, you know, because he wasn't in the original, but have some type of comedic relief or something else that make the movie fun. They really took the heart out of Mulan. Like, it wasn't really enjoyable. Also because she was skilled from the very beginning. In the animated movie, she learned her skills, you know, she was training. This Mulan had it all down from the start. We barely got to see her fail and stand up and try it again. No, she was way better than the rest from the beginning. What I did like about the movie was the witch. I really like the parallels between her character and Mulan's, and I like the connection that they had. Also love the fight scenes. The fight scenes were great. Some of the cinematography choices were beautiful. I don't know. Maybe I had too high expectations because I didn't feel anything towards this movie. It was okay, it was watchable. I wouldn't recommend paying the full price to see it. Looking at my ranking, I might have to make a few changes.
Few moments later.
Okay, I'm done. This is my ranking of all the Disney live action remakes. What's your favorite live action Disney movie? Let me know down below. Like, subscribe and share if you care. You can also follow me on my Instagram right here. Okay guys, that's it. Ciao!